What's up, FOA squad? I'm Anthony and welcome to our channel, Life with Anthony. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Happy Sunday to you guys. All right, guys, it is actually Friday. I got back from Japan on Thursday around 10 o'clock at night. 10 o'clock at night. All right, I got up this morning and just basically threw my clothes on and started getting to work on my site. But I got back from Japan on Thursday around 10 o'clock, as I was saying, and I immediately noticed when I was going into the trailer that my shower was turned over. So we must have got a lot of rain and wind when I was in Japan. So today we're going to tackle a couple of projects and we're going to get things back in order on my site. All right, I did do a little bit cleanup before I decided to start recording. As you can see, my shower wall is leaned against the back of my trailer. And then over here is the shower tent. Now that actually was right here in this little gray area there, but I just went ahead and dragged it over there. Now in this shower, I noticed it was torn right there. You can see where it's torn, and it's also torn right here. So that must have happened when the wall fell down onto the shower. So my plan today, not today, but I'm going to do the prep work. By prep work, I mean I'm going to take some measurements and go to Home Depot and get some wood cut today. But today my focus is going to be mowing my lawn because, again, we must have got some heavy rains a lot of the days that I was gone because the grass never gets like high, but for the campground standards, when they come around and cut the grass, it's at this nearly the same level. All right, so I'm going to put you guys on a tripod and walk you through my plans for this shower. Again, I'm not tackling this shower today. It is very early in the morning. It's about 8 o'clock, so I might, once I get all of my wood cut and brought back to the site, I might go ahead and put the shower together later on this evening. As you can see, the sun is coming out because I did my intro after I did all the work that you're going to see in this video. Okay, what I want to do with this shower is nice and simple. I want to enclose it. I want to make it like a box instead, so I can give it some weight to it. So what I want to do is I want to put two walls on each side. I want to put a roof and a floor. Sounds simple, right? Just two sides to bring the shower out. It's going to be 36 inches coming out. The roof is going to be 36 by 36 to cover up the top, as well as the floor will be 36 by 36, the same as the roof. Then I'm going to screw them together. Thankfully, I have this piece of wood, this back wall, already attached to these two posts, and I have two more that I'll show you guys where they are. And so it's going to be two posts up front, two in the back, two posts in the front. So it gives me a good foundation to screw the rest of the walls. I'm also going to put y'all already know, ain't no fancy editing over here. I'm also going to put a piece of wood on the back end there. It's going to be the same size as this front end. Again, I'm trying to add weight. I'm trying to add weight to this shower. And I think once I go ahead and attach the sides, the roof, and the floor, that's going to make it sturdy in itself. Now, the bottom of the shower is going to be open. I'm not taking the wood all the way down because the steel metal of the little brackets that the posts are sticking in is down there, so I wouldn't be able to screw that anyway. So I'm going to leave it open. That's also going to help with, give it some breathable space where, it won't get molded or anything like that. It has a space to get some air or something. All right, here are the other two posts that I was referring to. They are already in the little post holder right there. I'm quite sure that's not the technical name of it, but they're already in that. So all I have to do really is, there's the other one right there. So all I have to do really is, I'm so glad I'm finally going to have some use for those, because I was like, oh my gosh, wasted money. So again, the two back ones are already in place with the back wall attached to it. Then I'm just going to go ahead and use the other two, bring them to the front side, attach the two sides to them. And this is what I was talking about on this side. This side, the post is not lined up with the wood, the plywood. So I might have to take all these screws out, which is 12 screws, and realign this post right here so that they can be on the end, and it will be easier for me to attach this side when I come out with it. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and put my phone on charge because we're down to like 30%, and when it charges back up to 100, I'm head to Home Depot and get my cuts. All right, I repositioned the base of this camera holder or tripod, whatever you want to call it, and I did not do a good job because it is way. What is this? What is this on my face? Am I seeing things? Or is that some black stuff on my face? I don't know what's happening. Right around here, see that? What is that? Am I seeing things? Or is that my hair coming out, growing back out that dark? Oh my Lord, I'm telling you, it sucks to be getting older. Because, you just get paranoid in a second. Okay, as I was saying, I repositioned that thing. I didn't do a good job. I'm gonna have to reposition it again. But in addition to getting the wood at Home Depot cut and everything, I'm also gonna need a couple cans. I might even get like 3. I think on my list I have 3 of the wood waterproof spray that I have. It's probably going to be a different brand than what I have back there. I think I have 1. But anyway, 3 cans of that, and then I'm also going to get, like I said, the 3 or 4 of the center blocks, depending on how much they cost, and so that I can fit at least 2 of them on the roof, and then on the inside of the shower, near the back part of the shower, I plan on sitting 2 in there. So I'm hoping that this structure, will be sturdy and everything. This looks so crazy. I swear, it feels like I got a black line right here. But anywho, I'm hoping that this will be a sturdy structure. Now, I know why my shower fell down. I know why. Because I did not waterproof the floor of the shower, the 2x4. I mean, not the 2x4, the plywood on the floor of it. And it rotted out. I can look at it and see that layers of it just peeled out. And eventually, because it rotted out, the screws were not able to hold it down because the wood was falling apart and the screws were coming away from the wood. I think that's why it fell apart, because I did have all the screws on the little black post things that I have at the end of the long wood. I did have all of those screwed into the floor. So that is my guess of why it came down so easily. The floor rotted out. So I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen this time. That's why I'm gonna buy a lot of this spray. I'm gonna spray it really well. I might even still lay something else, another barrier on the floor, so that the water won't hit the floor. I may, again, I showed you guys the tin that Billy and another couple have on their shower. I may look into getting that put on or something put on there. So I'm pretty excited now that, you know, I have the idea in my head. I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna hopefully make it look really nice. All right, let's head to Home Depot. This is like a 50-minute drive here. I filled my gas tank up yesterday. I mean, was it yesterday? Yeah, I filled my gas tank up yesterday when I got closer to the campground. Well, not yesterday, because you guys might say yesterday was Saturday, but Thursday, as I on my way back to Japan, I filled my gas tank up when I got close to the campground. But here I am now, out and about to use up. I got 344 miles on in the gas so far, and I'm about to run it down because it's gonna take about 90, maybe about 90 miles to get this Home Depot, and then 90 miles back. This is where I spend a lot of money, and that is on gas. I did a poll on the community page and asked, which do you think I spend more money on, food, gas, or Amazon? And most people, I think, chose Amazon, but I actually spend more money on gas when I'm here at the campground for a while, and I'm going to Walmart and then going here, because doesn't matter which direction I go when I leave this campground, whether I go that way or this way and then go right and then go left, it's going to be at least a 50 to 90 mile drive, round trip. Not round trip, one way 50 to 90 miles, and then another 50 to 90 miles depending on where I'm going. If I'm going to just like Publix, that's about 35, 36 miles away. But if I go like where I'm going now, all the way up, or to the movies, because the movies is just about 3-4 blocks. I'll get to the movies first, and then Home Depot will be about 3-4 blocks past the movie theater. That's around 90 something miles. So I do a lot of driving just to do some simple things, you know. So that's where a lot of my money is spent on gas. So if you did not say gas, and I know that survey was like probably 2 months ago. But anywho, I'm gonna get off of here right now, and I will see you guys once I reach Home Depot. Alright guys, I am in the wood section here. I think the wood that I need is, see, look at this thick wood right here. This wood right here is really thick, but it probably costs like $80. I'm gonna see how much this wood costs. I don't see no price on it, but I think, you know, I want this finished look like right here, but good gracious, I don't want to pay $80 for it. But look how thick that is. That's good. I think I bought some wood from here last time. This one down there. See what I mean? I think I bought this wood right here. Look at that. $89.78. But look how thick that is. That's really thick. Here's the next level, 65. But it's not as thick as...
Both of these cars are yours?
This one is mine. What do y'all think? Should I get this wood? Because I do plan on like weighing the whole unit down with center blocks and stuff. And I'm going to be screwing the four sides, the base down. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with this.
Ken, don't tell me you in line. You in line?
And then I'm thinking, if I'm going to cover, well, no, just kill that thought, Anthony. I was thinking, oh, if I'm going to cover it up with that silver stuff like Billy's shower, then maybe I can get the cheaper. But the inside of the shower is where the finished wood is going to show. So, not doing that. All right, guys, I got all my wood cut, 5 pieces. Now I'm heading to aisle 9 or 10, he said, to get some waterproof wood spray to put on here. I'll see how much they cost. They're probably gonna be like $16 a can. That stuff is never cheap. Thanks to this guy who came by and was looking at this wood, which was $49, instead of the wood, the 3 pieces of wood that I originally had on the cart was $65. So that guy saved me a lot of money. All right, let me look for this spray. He said aisle 9 or 10. I think I'm in aisle 10 now. All right, guys, I loaded the wood in the back of my truck here, and when I tell you it was a handful, it was a handful. Now, the rest of this stuff I'm just gonna put on my back seat. That was a handful, getting that in there. It's definitely gonna be easier getting it out. Whew. I love my little side projects, but they do wear you out. Okay, so Home Depot didn't have the clear spray waterproofing, wood waterproofing. So Lowe's is like a block up the street, a block or two. I'm gonna go to Lowe's, and hopefully they had one, but it was color. I was like, I don't want color. I did buy some online, but it's gonna rain, so I need to get something today. It already rained. Oh, look at me. I am sweaty. This project is, I'm gonna look it up and see if Home Depot or Lowe's sell that little tin stuff that Billy has on the outside of his shower. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, jeez. Oh boy. I love a good project, but hopefully the end results will be worth it. So all of that material I bought came to $245, which was really good in perspective, because if I would have bought 4 of the $65 ones plus the other stuff that I bought, it would have been probably close or over $300. So I feel good about that, and that's why this shower project must come through. It has to come through, and it will, because I have the right cuts. All I have to do is attach. I don't want this rain. It's not supposed to rain today. Maybe it's raining up this way, but not raining down. Okay, Lowe's is... Where is this thing? Alright, Lowe's was actually just this little bit up. Go. Lowe's is right there. Please, 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 please have this waterproof. All right, guys. Lowe's had it. Yay! My eyeglasses got water on them from the rain. Lowe's had them. I got the Thompson water seal. I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah, Thompson Clear multi-surface waterproofer. Yep. I bought 3 of these, and if I have a chance to put the shower together with this rain, you never know. All right, woo! I got all my materials now, and I am so tired. So I'm gonna find me something to eat before I get back to the campground, because all I have is some noodles. Some noodles. All right, for some reason I can't get the water one detached, so I'm just gonna take the whole water tank down and leave the water connected to it, the water hose connected to it. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and work on taking these. I'm gonna work on taking these screws out so that I can realign this post as I told you guys earlier with the board here. I'm gonna keep the same screws. I should be able to screw them back in the same place because all I'm doing is moving this block right here over about probably like a ½ inch. So I still should have plenty of wood to screw them right back in the same holes. Okay, I decided that my next step is going to be to clear all that out of the way so when I do take that board apart, I can have a clear space to work. Okay, this is the dilapidated wood. This is a result of me not waterproofing the floor like I did the wall. And look at that. It's peeling off in layers. I'm going to flip that over because I do want to use this board because that gives me more to drill the screws in. But yeah, that's what happened. The wood started coming up, and look, you can see the hole right there where one of them was screwed in, right there. And as the wood started coming up and peeling up, the screws were also loosening up. All right, so let me finish. I'm gonna turn that over. I'm gonna sweep this little gray little outdoor rug up and then continue on. All right, that shouldn't take long to dry, and I'll put a second coat on. And in the meantime, I'm gonna start working on these screws. I might have the right bit to use the automatic drill, but otherwise I'll just have to manually take these 12 screws out, which to me will not be a problem either way. All right, so I'm gonna go over here. Honestly, I don't even feel like looking and seeing if I have the right drill bit.
I pump it, I pump it. I pump it, I pump it. I pump it, I pump it. I pump it, I pump it.
Okay, I forgot to turn the camera on, but I've already screwed the new screws back into the wood. It's a little crooked towards the bottom, but that's okay because that's going to be in the inside of the shower and not the outside, and it shouldn't affect anything like the walls around the shower. So I'm done that. I'm gonna go ahead and get a second coat of this waterproofer. I'll do a second coat of that. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna flip it over, get two coats on the opposite side. Then I can place one of them on the floor, and I can start drilling my, get the other two posts and get it all lined up, start the foundation, drill all the posts into the new plywood here, and then I should be able to just put the top on. It should be evenly, and then the two side walls. So that's the plan. Put the floor on first, then go with the roof, and then the side walls, because I put the roof and the floor in. That should be sturdy enough for me to hopefully be able to get the sides on. All right, guys. I went ahead and flipped those two boards over and put the first coating on the back side. Now I'm getting ready to go ahead and put the back wood on here.
shooting star and come and go as you please and as you believe. It's fine. There's just a little bit of something here, a little bit of something, my dear. So I'll be as clear as I can. I'm not sugarcoating. Just thought that you should know every time I close my eyes. You're the first place that I go in. I'm starting to notice all the reasons why you're taking me so high, baby, now, baby, now. Close the door for you. Give me an inch so I can take a mile. Wear me like I'm going out of style.
All right, guys, I took this big piece of plywood that I had leaning against the side of my screen room. I thought this would be a good opportunity to use this piece of wood and get that out of the way. So this is going to serve as a second barrier. So when I screw the screws in, they won't go into the ground now. Hopefully they'll stop before they come through this second barrier right here. All right, I'm just gonna put one coat on that one. I know I probably should put two on there. We'll wait and see. But so far, I feel like I'm doing a really good job. I think I'm taking the necessary steps to make sure that this shower does not fall apart and that this shower is sturdy. Like I said, the boards that I bought today, they're much thicker than the original board that I have on the inside of the shower. These boards are like, whew, and they are heavy. Again, it's going to be challenging for me to try to get the sides on just by myself, but we're going to make it work somehow. Okay, for some extra stability, I'm going to drill four holes, 4 screws, 1 on each corner, and take that into the larger board. So hopefully it will give that floor some extra stability as well. I may even put more than 4. So in the event that this thing has to flip over, it's going to have to lift up that whole bottom board. It's going to have to lift that all up, you know. So I'm crossing my fingers that that never happens. So let me get doing that. think I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple more in there. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is get the back wall in place and screw that down. Oh my God, this thing is heavy as all outdoors. All right, something did not come out right because I measured the whole width of this board here and it came to 36. 36 across and 36 out this way. But as you can see, the board is too short because this is hanging over. I would only be able to screw 2 screws on here, one in the front and one in the back, but I'll be able to screw all 4 screws on this side. So that's what I'm gonna do for now. Well, not for now, there's nothing else I can do, but that's what I'm gonna do. But it concerns me because I'm wondering, because the roof is the same size. I wonder if the roof is going to be big enough to cover the whole roof. We'll see. Okay, I went ahead and stacked up some things, so you wouldn't believe how I put 3 stacks of bricks from over there and one of my little lights, square lights, stacked them up, and you wouldn't believe it's a perfect fit at the top. So right now I'm gonna put the board up against these posts. I'm gonna pre-drill at one on each side just to get 2 screws in there. But first, I gotta get this back up here. My eyes. My eyes. I don't know why I didn't put the screws in my pocket. That is good enough. Good enough. Nice. It's not all the way flush. Can't take this screw out. Ice is not all the way flush, but I'll make sure the other ones are. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera off And I'm gonna go ahead and put some more screws in there. You guys don't need to see that. Okay, but what I will show you guys is how I stacked up the bricks, and I got one of my little square lights on top. Oh, excuse me. One of my square lights on top, and it fits almost perfect, if not perfect, up top there. Yep. Nice, nice. All right, guys, the foundation of the shower has been completed. I ran out of screws, so I was only able to put 2 screws on this side just to hold it in place. As you can see, it is not perfect, but I do plan on getting some of that silver. Outing like Billy. I called him and he told me where to get it from. But yes, the foundation is up. The floor is sturdy. I'm going to, when I get more screws, I'm gonna screw it down really, really well. But I like the way that it is. I like the size of it. I'll probably go ahead and put that water heater back in there now. So I can do either one or two things. I can drive all the way to my storage unit and hope that the piece of board that I have will fit across the top of this. Or I can just go to Home Depot tomorrow and pick up some more screws and get another piece of board. But I probably will not get a high costing piece of board. So I don't know what decision I'll make. There's a Home Depot right near the storage unit. I don't know if they cut wood or not. I could stop in there and try to make it a one-stop over that way and see what it is. The next time you see this shower is going to be completed, hopefully, and in a few days. I feel like today's work was an unfinished day because I did not have the right cut for the top of the roof. If I had, and then I ran out of screws. So if I had more screws and a bigger size roof and floor, for all that matters, and was able to screw all that down, I would have felt like today was an accomplished day or a satisfying day. But that's okay. Hopefully before it rains tomorrow, I can get out and get the right size. Now here's my dilemma. I have a piece of board, 2 pieces of board at work. I know one of them is super, super big and will not fit on, it will fit on there, but it'd be like super big. I might even do that piece. And then I have another smaller piece. I don't know if it's 36 by 36 like the ones I have today. However, there's a Home Depot right near my storage unit. So I'm thinking to go to that Home Depot, hoping, crossing my fingers, that they cut wood at that Home Depot, just in case I have to buy a piece of wood. I am going to look at Home Depot and see if they actually have an already pre-cut, excuse me, pre-cut board that I can buy instead of buying a whole slab. But for today, I like the way it looks, and I think once I finish and put the top on and everything, it's going to be a lot sturdier. And then I put my little pavers, my heavy pavers on top of it as well. I think this bad boy will be good to go. I might even be shaved the next time you see me. But that's gonna be a wrap for today's video, guys. Next time you see this shower, it will be completed. Excuse me. As always, thanks. I haven't been saying this in the past few videos. As always, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys, you know that. Now go out and have a great day on purpose.